What's up, Missouri? In this video, we're discussing the top mistakes to avoid when selling your house in Missouri. If this is your first time to my channel, let me introduce myself. I'm Big Mike. I'm a local Kansas City real estate agent, and I actually specialize in the Kansas City Northland. But today, we're discussing the entire state of Missouri. I got the hustle, I got the stats, I got the strategies to help you cash in your home's value no matter where you may be. Today, I'm going all in on the top mistakes I've seen sellers make in the state of Missouri and how you can dodge them like a pro. This is the absolute real deal, so buckle up, get ready for the next level insights, and stay tuned because I guarantee you're going to learn at least one of them. Now, the first on this list may upset you, but it's some of the pricing pitfalls. So first up is the pricing part. We know all the number one thing people like to discuss. And this is the absolute make it or break it factor. If you nail the price, you'll attract so many buyers you don't even know what to do with. You're going to be like, Big Mike, I don't know what to do with these 80 offers. What's the best one? What's the good one? I'll let you know. You cannot underprice a house, but you can sure as hell overprice it. So if you overshoot the price, you risk sitting on the market for months. Horrible time. In Missouri, the average time on the market is around 45 days. Depending on your region, from St. Louis, Kansas City, Columbia, or Springfield. So it's essential to stay competitive. Now, why is it critical, you may wonder? So the online algorithms, sites like Zillow push new listings hard for the first week or so. So if you're overpriced, you squander that golden window. And then buyer psychology is this. Buyers often just shop by price bracket. So if your house doesn't stack up, they'll skip it. Even worse, come with a lowball offer later. It's best to price your house at 25,000 increments. 400,000, 425, 450, 350, 375. It's best to hit the 50,000 increments if you can, but some of your guys' price points are right in the middle. It's best to do those. That is the average number, and those are what pre-approval letters say. No one's typing in a price point of $374,999. They're going up to $375. If you have it at $375, someone may be interested in your house from the $375 to $400 price point compared to just the $350 to $375 price point. You see what I'm saying? So you actually get more eyes. Now, you need to get some data-driven CMA information. Compare your property to at least 3 to 5 recently sold homes with similar square footage, style, and location, and adjust for any unique features like a finished basement or a premium lot. Use a pricing buffer. If you must push the price, do it within 2 to 3% of what the data says, not 10 or 15%. A tiny premium might be okay, but a giant leap is a red flag for buyers. Your house will end up sitting, and every day you're on the market, you more look like a black sheep, and people don't like to buy black sheeps. Number 2 on this list is overlooking the repairs and upgrades. So I see this all the time. Folks let little things slide, chipped paint, loose door handles, or that dripping faucet in the kitchen that's been dripping since you bought the house back in 1995. It might seem minor to you, but for a potential buyer, it feels like a laundry list of future headaches. Also, if you're in areas prone to heavy rain or snow, those roof leaks or basement cracks need immediate attention. Missouri's weather can get wild, and buyers will definitely notice a sign of water damage or structural issues. Now, inspection reality check. In Missouri, a buyer's inspection is very thorough. If you ignore obvious issues, you'll either lose your buyer or have to scramble repairs mid-deal. I often suggest to my sellers who can afford an extra $1,000 to throw at their house, get a pre-inspection report. For one, the small things can be repaired, but for two, the more information you give up front, the less negotiation will happen on the back end. There's 2 times a person negotiates. 1, at the very beginning at the price point, and 2, during inspection period. If you can remove one of those, you're in a lot better option to score more money. That $1,000, I would say 99 out of 100 times, you will save more in the long run than you'll ever spend for that $1,000-ish. Now, when buyers see problems, they often suspect there are more hidden ones. This kills confidence and can take your home sale price. So, like I was stating, a pre-listing inspection is absolutely non-negotiable. You need to have it. If the $1,000 is really going to put you in a damper, I can understand. But 99 out of 100 times, it's well worth the money. Now, also, focus on your ROI upgrades. Quick wins including painting walls in neutral colors. Your bright red bedroom may be amazing for you, but to a person that absolutely hates red and that vibrant color and just wants to live a more relaxed life, they're going to be turned off. Like, there's so many houses I've walked into that people just say, hey, I didn't like the color of so-and-so. Like, well, you can change it. They're like, I just don't want to, though. That is what you're preventing whenever you want to get max value. Now, updating old light fixtures, installing fresh hardware in the kitchen and bathroom. Studies show just these small little things can get you an ROI of about 3 to 5x of where you would have spent the money. I would suggest normally a house can take a couple $1,000 thrown at it and make it look phenomenal. Don't do stupid things to your house, though. You don't need to go get new spokes on your staircase. I just had a client tell me that. He had wallpaper on his walls all around his house, and yet he's sitting there talking about some all-metal spokes upstairs to his 2-story house. I had to shut that down. He had countertops that were made brand new back in 1975, and yet he's sitting there discussing like $1,500 worth of these metal spokes that are completely custom. There's better things to throw your money at, especially when you can get all new granite countertops for like $4,000 or $5,000. I mean, that's how easy it is. Rip off your wallpaper, repaint your entire kitchen. You can do that. There's simple little things you can do to really add ROI to your property. Now, this one is a little negotiable, and I would say, depending on what price point, does it make sense? So staging and the presentation fail. So staging isn't just about looking pretty. It's about helping buyers visualize your home with their intentions. Some folks can't see past a giant recliner or a vintage decoration. If your furniture is outdated or the walls are covered in family portraits, you're creating a mental block for potential buyers. And let's talk about photos. Low-res, poorly lit photos are deal killers in today's society. If your agent is taking a photo with their cell phone, call them up, fire them, and tell them you would like a professional to sell your house, because that's not a professional agent. Now, first impressions are online. Over 90% of buyers start their search online. They don't show up to open houses. They don't just find your house randomly driving the neighborhood. Some do, very, very few. Most of the time, they're going to see you're online. And how your photos look is showcases what kind of sellers you are. If you are kind of lazy sellers, or your agent's lazy and not letting you know, that's a problem. Personally, I don't like dealing with those type of people. Now, that's just me. I like easy, very thought out agents and clients to work with. It makes everyone's life easier. When normally the agent that takes the cell phone photos doesn't care about their job as much as they should, the sellers aren't motivated at all. Like, I'm only going to invest money into somebody that actually is looking to sell. So there's so many different situations. Now, just effective staging creates a sense of warmth and possibility. Buyers can imagine themselves living there, which increases your odds of an offer. Now, this is one thing. Declutter absolutely aggressively. Pack up non-essentials. Aim for about 50% less stuff in each room. This also helps you get a head start on the moving. And I always say, any flat surface, no more than 3 items. Professional photography and video tours. In a competitive market, HD photos, drone shots of the neighborhood, or even a 3D walkthrough can elevate your listing above the rest. I provide them free for my clients. I don't know what other agents do, but it helps me sell the home, so I do it. Non-negotiable in my world. Find an agent that does it. There's so many of us out there. If they're not willing to do the very bare minimum to sell your house, they're not worth full price. And every agent thinks they're worth the full money, but yet they offer subpar results. I'm letting you know. Hire or like DIY stage. If you're on a budget, get neutral bedding. Modern accents. Keep it simple. If you have the resources, hire a staging pro who knows Missouri style trends. I just literally got my house designed by a professional. My house looks tenfold. I'm a single guy. You can probably imagine how my house looks. Nothing on the walls. I cannot stop looking at my house now because I hired a professional designer to come design my house. And you know what? It was totally worth the money. Now, you know, no video would be just without at least doing a single call to action. Well, here it is. If you don't leverage your local expertise, go get taken advantage of. I don't care. That's your problem, not mine. So Missouri real estate is actually very hyper-local. What sells like hotcakes in West County, St. Louis might not fly in downtown Kansas City, and rural areas have their own brains quirks too. You need someone who knows the neighborhood specifically. the school districts, the local economy, and even the hidden gems that drive buyers in. Now, neighborhood pricing variance. Even within the same city, some subdivisions have drastically different price points. So, local contractors and vendors, a great agent can tap into local networks, cleaners, contractors, stagers, photographers to optimize your home's presentation. Now, don't be shy to interview multiple agents. Ask your agent about their exact experience in your zip code. Have they sold homes you before? What was the final sales price versus asking price? I have all that information, and I have 4 days average on market for the average home I sell. So that's me. I have that information up front. Now leverage micro market stats. Each area has its unique data on average days on market and sale to list ratio. Knowing these numbers help you get realistic expectations, and it ultimately makes you more money. Number 5 on this list is underestimating the Missouri-specific regulations. In Missouri, disclosures are serious business. We're talking about things like structural issues, prior flooding, mold, lead-based paint in older homes. If it's known or suspected, it must be disclosed. I always tell my clients, if you had a leaky faucet back from 1999 and you have fixed it and you have done well and everything's good and you haven't had a leak since, disclose it. This is a CYA to your home. This prevents future litigation. Even if it's fine and good, it's better to disclose than to not disclose, and somehow, some way it's brought up because people felt like they get lied to, and when people feel like they get lied to, they will spend dollars to pick up pennies. Trust me. Selling a house anymore is not just a handshake deal. You're legally obligated to tell the truth about your property's conditions. Buyers respond well to honesty. When you're upfront, they're less likely to worry about hidden problems. So don't guess if you're unsure. Consult past repair receipts, inspection reports. Just ask your agent, hey Mike, I don't know about this. I will always say, answer to the best of your knowledge. If your city or county has unique permit requirements for additions or renovations, get them done and documented. During a deal, everything is fair game for inspection, so stay up to code. Number 6 is neglecting strategic marketing. This is my number one thing I'm amazing at, and I make it a point to offer more value. My $250 marketing a home will surpass 99% of agents. And now, listen, putting a sign in the yard and praying is not marketing. That's a relic of the past, and you need multi-channel approach. Think Instagram Reels, Facebook ads, Google My Business listings. Also highlight the lifestyle. Are you near an amazing farmer's market, a top-rated school, or a brewery that people love? Showcase it. Digital shopping area. Over 80% of home buyers use their phones to browse listings. If you're not optimizing online, you're invisible to most buyers. Now, showing off local hotspots or a unique backyard retreat separates you from the generic listings out there. It's best to have an agent that knows the hottest point of your house and get it out to the public as fast as possible in a video. Now, deep dive into like targeted social media ads. Create ads focused on demographics, families, young professionals, retirees, geo-targeting them within 15-mile radius per Facebook. But just have an agent that knows the digital marketing expert. Name someone that doesn't have Facebook. You could probably name off 1, maybe 2 tops. And it's because something happened and they just deleted it. Now, email marketing blitz. If you built a network or your agent has, send out a polished email announcing the listing, emphasizing key features like renovated kitchens or large lots. Now, this is something I specialize in and I don't think enough agents take advantage of. Eye-catching listing descriptions. Talk about the home. Talk about how it overlooks the park and kids play on a Sunday afternoon, or how the open concept kitchen is perfect for entertainment. Paint a vivid picture and have somebody like reading it, imagining them living there. You know you'll do it right if you have multiple agents, 2 specifically, call you and say your listing description was nothing like the house. And I just had to laugh. It's like, well, I did a good job. It's not my fault that my words were better than the house. So the entire concept is to get people in and to paint such a vivid picture to them, they have to see it. Now, this is going to hurt some of you guys, but number 7 is being too rigid on showings and negotiations. Buyers have busy lives. If you make it hard to see your property, guess what? They'll move on to the next one. Don't lock it down to 9 to 11 a.m. on weekdays only. The average person works. Are you really going to be a prick and do that? You gotta be flexible. Same goes for negotiations. Don't instantly reject an offer that's a little lower than you expected. That might be the starting point for a solid deal. Now, max exposure means more showings equals more chances for offers. If you make it convenient, you'll likely have more eyeballs on the property. And everything has to be a win-win deal. Buyers and sellers both want a fair deal. Being open to counters, inspections, and timeline fosters collaboration. Now use an online scheduling tool. Tools like ShowingTime let agents book instantly, or we use up here in Kansas City, Broker Bay, and they send notifications to everybody. This reduces miscommunications and ensures maximum availability. I know I always include my clients' phone numbers so they know exactly what time. Everything is always in. It's about an hour-long notice, so they know what time people are coming and checking out their properties. Set up a system for rapid counter offers too. Speed matters. If you can respond to an offer or a counter within hours, you keep the momentum going. Long delays kills a deal's vibe. I specifically use long delays as a negotiating factor because the more the other side is waiting on me, the more they are thinking about us and thinking about how unreasonable they are. So the more time you put on, the more everyone starts getting wishy-washy about everything. Number 8 on this list is letting emotions derail the deal. So I get it, you've built memories inside your home, but unfortunately not a single buyer in the world cares. I'll be just honest. Your kids took their first steps in that living room, but if a buyer says they don't like the color scheme or they want to rip out your beloved garden, do not take it personally. Your emotional attachment can sabotage a clear-headed negotiation. Sellers who cling to unrealistic notions often refuse fair offers, causing the listing to go stale. If you're difficult during showings or negotiations, word can travel among local agents and you don't be that seller, I promise. Start thinking of your home as a product. The goal is to maximize the sale, not preserve your personal style. Now, let your agent handle direct critiques. They're used to delivering honest feedback in a way that keeps the deal moving. You're going to have honest feedback. This entire time, it's no longer your home. It's now a house you're trying to sell. Keep that in mind during the entire home sale process. Number 9 on this list is having poor communication with potential buyers. In a hot market, if someone messages you about a showing or an offer and you ghost them for 48 hours, guess what? They're already in escrow with a different property. Communication cannot wait. If you're serious about selling, stay responsive and straightforward. Find an agent who prioritizes communication above all else. Communication is the number one reason everything fails in the world. Divorces, business opportunities, relationships, you name it, communication is the number one reason why. Now, quick replies make buyers feel like you're a professional and the home is in high demand. Delayed or unclear communications can cause massive confusion about deadlines, contingencies, or special requests. Set up an auto reply and response system. If you can't reply, have an automated message saying, "Thanks for reaching out. I'll get back to you within the hour." Then follow through. I know whenever I get a phone call and I'm busy, it's just, "Hey, this is Big Mike. Appreciate you for reaching out. What can I help you with?" Not everyone is completely free to answer, but everyone can send a quick text. I truly believe that. Now, provide clear info up front. Offer any documents like property disclosures, floor plans, or recent improvements. Like if you find it on Zillow, put it out there for the world to see. That's how you build credibility, and the more credibility you build, the more people are not going to want to negotiate on your property. They may, but you can tell them no. Hey, I have all this information out there. Make your offer based on what you have access to. All right, Missouri, I've just handed you the playbook on how to dodge the biggest selling mistakes and come out on absolute top. I'm talking top dollar, smooth transactions, and zero last-minute headaches. If you want a partner who's been there, done that, and the receipts to prove it, reach out to me. Check my Google reviews. Check my Facebook page. Check my Instagram page. Look me up, bigmikesellskc. You're not going to be disappointed. I have the backup to prove everything I just stated. So let's get your property listed, marketed, and sold fast with no drama and no nonsense. Now, I'm going to leave you on this. Remember, price smart, fix what's broken, stage like a pro, market like it's 2025. Stay flexible and keep your emotions in absolute check. That's how we do it in the Show Me State. If you want a personal walkthrough of how this applies to your home, drop me a message, reach out to me, give me a call, doesn't matter. I got you covered. My friends, Big Mike is out.